Hi, and welcome to Perpetual Fitness Training. My name is Holly. Thank you so much for joining me today. I have a great, nice, relaxing yoga session for you, especially if you're a runner. This one is designed for runners, really working the muscles that you use a lot when you run, but it is really good for anyone. This is going to be more of a lunar yoga flow, so there won't be any sun salutations. It's just meant to calm the body and bring some relaxation, maybe a little stress-free zone for a little bit. I think we could all use that this time of year around the holidays especially. So all you really need, block, strap, a mat, a quiet place, some soft music, maybe some aromatherapy if you like, anything that helps you to relax. So grab your equipment, let's go ahead and get started. All right, we're gonna start in a comfortably seated position. I'm in easy pose. I want you to be able to sit up nice and tall. Relax those shoulders down. Go ahead and close your eyes. Take the wrists to the knees. Let the wrists just relax, the hands just relax down. Drop the shoulders, lift your heart, space between your chin and your chest like you have a grapefruit under there. This is called neutral for that neck. Closing your eyes, sinking the shoulders. I want you to be aware of that breath. You're inhaling through the nose, slowly exhaling through the nose. Not breathing shallow. We're pulling air in to the bottom of the lung. Now I want you to take a deeper inhale. Feel the lungs, the chest expand. And then exhale, use your diaphragm to push that air out. We spend a lot of our time in the day breathing very shallow. It's important to take these moments, really fill up those lungs, get some good, clean, fresh air into the very bottom of the lungs, and slow that heart rate. And we're going to go even deeper. So on this inhale, I want you to breathe into the belly. On the exhale, relax the shoulders, relax the muscles in the face, release the jaw. Deep inhale again to the belly. Big exhale, shoulders relax even more. Feel the weight of the world move off your shoulders for just a small amount of time. One more deep inhale. On the exhale, you can make the ujjayi sound or the ocean sound in the back of your throat if you'd like. That is just a signal for your body to help you relax. Now I want you to go back to your regular breathing, but think about breathing deeper, pulling in that oxygen, exhaling, pushing out any stale air, all while maintaining relaxed shoulders, no tension or expression through that face. Think about that heart slowing down. You can feel your blood pressure dropping, becoming relaxed, quieting the mind. Block any outside distractions or stress by focusing on that breathing. Give me one more inhale. On this exhale, let's gently bring the chin into the chest. We're going to stretch out the back of the neck. You're going to relax the shoulders down and just feel the stretch move down the spine. Keep that breath moving slowly and fluid. Slowly roll your right ear to your right shoulder. I want you to hold where you feel the pull. It should be in the side of the neck, between the very back of the neck and your ear. Big inhale. On this exhale, chin to chest, we're going to slowly move to that other side. Again, hold only at the pull. So don't worry about bringing the ear all the way to the shoulder. Make sure you're dropping that right shoulder down, staying relaxed. Deep inhale. On your exhale, your chin comes to the center. Let's go ahead and lift that head up. Inhale. On the exhale, we're going to move laterally, right ear, right shoulder. Drop that left shoulder down. Hold. Staying lifted through the heart, Shoulders staying relaxed. Not squeezing those eyes shut, just stay relaxed. Inhale, head up. Exhale, moving to that other side. Dropping that right shoulder down. Focus on that breath. And bringing that head back to center. Let's go ahead and draw the chin back to the heart. We're going to slowly roll your right ear to your right shoulder. Keep those shoulders relaxed. Let's move back, keeping the jaw closed, lips closed. And then slowly roll to the left, nice and slow, getting that stretch. And then bring the chin into the chest. You're going to hold here. Inhale. On the exhale, we're going to move to the other side. So to the left. Head all the way back, jaw closed. To the right. And back to the center and hold. And let's go ahead and take that head back to neutral. Moving the right ear to the right shoulder. We're going to move a little deeper if you would like. Take that right hand, gently pull the ear closer toward the shoulder, but release the right shoulder. Walk the left hand out as far as you can. Drop that left shoulder and hold. You'll feel it from behind the ear all the way down the arm, biceps, maybe even down to the fingertips. Just keep that heart lifted. The breathing is slow. Inhale, head up. We're going to switch to that other side. Drop the head first, then gently pull just a little bit until you feel a little deeper of a stretch. Walking the right hand out. Drop the right shoulders. Hold. And taking that head up back to center. Wrists come back to the knees. You're still lifted up nice and tall. Big inhale. On the exhale, let's drop the chest. We're going to open up through the hips and the low back. As soon as you feel the pull, whether it's in the hips or the low back, I want you to hold right there. Keep those shoulders relaxed. You can let the head drop if you'd like. Belly tightens. We're going to lift up nice and tall. And now we're going to switch the leg that's in front. Sitting up tall. And then again, dropping that chest. Keeping that tummy tight. Hold. Now I want you to come up till you're about halfway between the floor and sitting up into a straight position. And from here, you're just going to move side to side. So this is going to be for the low back. I want you to keep that tummy in nice and tight. And as you move to the right, you're going to push that left hip down toward the mat. And then obviously, as you move to the left, you're pressing that right hip away. So you're trying to make this nice long muscle in your low back by grounding the hip. Let's go ahead and do one more time on each side. And back to the center, belly tight, and let's go ahead and gently take it up. We're going to move up into all fours, tabletop position. In this position, you want to make sure those wrists are underneath the shoulders, the knees underneath the hips. Your fingers are nice and wide. And when we press up into our first downward dog, you're really pushing down with the palms of the hands. You're not gripping the mat with your fingertips. Let's curl those toes and just take those hips up nice and slow, keeping that tummy tight. You can jog those heels once you get up there. You can bend your knees and press your chest in. We're just trying to loosen up, maybe relax the neck a little bit. And go ahead and come on down, keeping those toes curled, moving into the toes. Just press back, keeping those abs pulled in nice and tight. And you're just trying to lean back until you feel the stretch through the toes, maybe even through the arch of the foot. And let's go ahead and come back to the center, coming up a little bit slow, little by little. Jog the heels. Maybe bend the knees, press that chest in, shoulder blades away. Slowly, little by little, come on down. Top of the feet to the mat. This time we're going to lift the knees just until you feel the pulse. So you may not get far. Maybe you can get all the way up. Listen to the top of your feet. It'll tell you where you need to stop. And come on down to the knees. Sitting back in child's pose. The head drops to the floor, sitting back. If your knees are tight, you can use a block between your hamstring and your calf. Relax those shoulders, just feel them dropping down. Inhale, gently come back up. We're going to curl those toes again. So find tabletop first. Then you curl your toes under and then you start to push your hips back. And I want you to hold it here. Just keep going as far as you can so I can go just a little bit further. You may be able to sit all the way back into hero's pose, which is glutes all the way back to those heels. My knees don't allow that, so I'm just going to stay right here. But if you can keep going back, you're free to do that. Now we're going to come back up. Let's take that right foot forward in between your hands. So the right foot comes all the way up, and really it's up toward the front of the mat. So that when you sink down, your knee and ankle stay stacked. So this will be different for everybody. If you have more flexibility, you'll be able to bring it further forward. But really the key is to let that left knee walk back. So we're stretching through that hip flexor. Your hands can be on either side. They can both be on the inside. You can be on a block. You can also be up on your thigh. Lots of options with this one. I like to take my belly to the inside. It just helps me to get lower. We're going to take a nice big inhale. And on the exhale, we're just going to slide back just a little, just an inch or two. And then exhale, I want you to sink 1.5 inches or 2.5 inches. So just a little deeper. Inhale, release. Exhale, just trying to get another millimeter, just a little deeper, shoulders relax. Inhale, use your breath. Exhale and press. We're going to draw this right foot back. And I just place the right knee where the left knee is, and then I bring that left foot forward. And then sink down. Shoulders relax. So this side's a little tighter for me, so I'm going to adjust this front foot so that I can get that knee and ankle lined up, and then I can sink my hips deep enough that I can feel that hip flexor. Keep those shoulders down. One more breath, big inhale. On the exhale, we're going to curl the back toe, and we're just going to push off and come up into a forward fold. The feet are hip width apart. The crown of your head is dropping toward the floor. And I want you just to release through the neck. Your hands can be touching the floor. They can be on a block, or they can be on your body. Just make sure they're making contact or anchored so that you can release through the low back as well. It'll take some pressure off that low back. Let the head relax. Maybe shake it out if you'd like. As those hamstrings release, I want you just to let go a little bit more, sink a little deeper. With every exhale, you're trying to just deepen the stretch. Let's go ahead and bend those knees. You're going to bring your hands to your thighs, and you're going to gently round up. At the top, I just want you to roll your shoulders up, back, and down. We're going to take a nice big inhale, reaching to the ceiling. We are going to take our right hand to our right hip. You're going to reach to the sky with the left, like you're trying to touch your ceiling. Now drop that shoulder down. Big inhale. As you exhale, you're pressing with the right hand. You're pushing the left hip out. As you reach that left arm across the body in an arc, just think of a rainbow. Your head stays up, looking at the ceiling or your biceps. And I want you to hold and breathe. That belly is still tight. Trying to separate those ribs. Inhale, taking both arms up. Same thing, other side. Exhale. Reaching up with the right inhale. Exhale, pushing that hip to the side as you come up and over, breathing into those ribs. Breathe into that side. Inhale up. Exhale, round and slowly come down. When you're a runner, it's especially important to stretch through the sides because that stretching of the ribs, that's what helps you to breathe deeper. The more flexible that muscle is, the deeper breaths you can take. And if you're a runner, you know when you can breathe, obviously, the better you breathe, the better you run. That oxygen exchange is important. Let that crown drop. Deep breaths. Big step back with the right foot. You're going to come up into a runner's lunge. I want you to stay high. Shoulders down, belly tight. We're going to lift the hips. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, lower, sink. Inhale, up. This is just warming up through the hip and hamstring. Exhale, lower. Inhale, up. Exhale. Now we're going to hold. Shoulders relaxed, tummy tight again. Same thing as before. Your hands have a variety of places they can be. Just make sure they're anchored and that you're able to drop that right hip down. We're getting that right hip flexor. With our knee off the floor, we're getting a little deeper. Pull up on that that right kneecap and press through that right heel. We're going to go ahead and drop that knee down. We're going to drag that front foot back. So now you're in tabletop. We're going to curl those toes and come back into a downward dog, lifting the hips, trying to straighten those legs. Now I want you to give me a straighter leg downward dog than you did last time. Letting those heels fall, pressing that chest in, shoulder blades away from the ears. And then if you can, take that tailbone and tilt it to the ceiling. And you're really going to feel it light up those hamstrings and zip all the way down to those heels, intensifying the stretch. One more breath, big inhale. And exhale, back down. Curl those toes again. We're going to sit back. Coming forward, top of the feet to the mat. We're going to lift those knees up, stretching through the top of the foot and into the shin again. Just go until you feel the stretch. And coming down, let's go ahead and take that right foot forward. Shoulders down, tummy's tight. We're going to push off with that back foot and come on up into forward fold. Heavy through the upper body. Feeling the stretching through the hamstrings and the back of the knee. This also hits the low back. All right, we're going to step back with the left. Sink those hips, shoulders relaxed. Big inhale, lift. Exhale, lower, shoulders down. When you're ready to inhale, hips come up. Exhale, lower. One more time, inhale up. And exhale, lower and hold. Shoulders drop, pressing back through the heel, pulling up on that kneecap. Breathe. And let's go ahead and drop that knee down. We're going to drag this front foot back. Tabletop. Once again, curling the toes, pushing back. See how far you can get. Shoulders down. Coming back up, top of the feet to the mat and lift. And taking it down. All right, let's go ahead and move that right foot forward to the front of our mat. We're going to come up into crescent. So you're going to curl that back toe. You're going to stay low. Shoulders down. I want you guys to take those hands and come up on that knee. Shoulder blades down. You're tucking your tailbone, pushing the hip forward, leaning back into that back leg. From here, see if you can take those arms up. Sinking a little lower. This is going to build a little heat because we're going to hold it here. You are free to drop this knee down and hold here in a low lunge. But if you can, try to come on up. Getting deep into that hip flexor. Now we're going to take that knee down, top of the foot to the mat. I want you to sink those hips, lift your heart, keep your hands reaching for the ceiling as you arch your back. Try and look behind you. Now the tendency will be to kind of come back. I want you to push those hips forward, really sink them down. As you lift that heart, arch your back and look up. Shoulders relaxed, deep breathing. One more time, inhale. Exhale. Hands into prayer. We're going to go ahead and take the left hand to the floor. Now this can be on the block as well. The right hand to the right leg. Sink down, belly tight, twist and look to the side. You can stay here or extend this right arm up, using this left to help you twist, sink. Coming back to the center. We're going to switch the leg that's in the front. Taking that left forward. All right, we have that crescent first to build a little bit of heat, help you sink a little deeper. Curl that back toe, lift, sink down. If you need to, keep that knee down. Walk those hands up. Once you're up there, tuck your tailbone, press your hips forward, sink back, pulling up on that back kneecap, but pushing that heel away. Lift your heart, shoulders down, and hold, sinking into this front knee. You want to feel this stretch right here, right in this hip flexor. And now arms reach up if you can. Breathing deeply, letting that heat build. Looking up, arch, hands stay where they are as you come back. This does challenge the balance, so listen to your body. Maybe just keep gazing forward and you don't arch back. One more breath, big inhale. And exhale, hands into prayer. All right, take that back knee down if you haven't already. And we're gonna go ahead and twist. So this right hand is down, left hand comes to the leg. Big inhale, exhale, tuck and twist, dropping the hips. So you can do this in that full crescent pose. I find that people tighten up a little bit too much and the whole idea is to release. So since we're not doing it as a sun salutation, I do want you to drop that back knee so that you can really twist and focus on the twist, dropping the hips, looking behind, maybe bringing that left arm up, shoulder blades down and together. Breathe. And release it back down. Let's go ahead and drag this leg back. We're going to be in tabletop. From tabletop, we're going to move into downward dog. Wrists underneath the shoulders, tummies tight. You can do this on the forearms if that wrist is tired, needs a break, or you have an issue with the wrist. You can also do this from tabletop just by pressing the legs back, the heels back. Big inhale, exhale, lift the hips. Let the heels drop. Tilt that tailbone to the ceiling. Press your chest and shoulder blades away from the ears. We're going to focus on the calves. So focus on pushing those heels toward the mat. You're trying to get them to touch. There's no tension through the foot, so you're not trying to hold up on your toes. Release it, let it go. Pressing toward the floor, just hold. Pushing that chest in, making sure those shoulders stay away from the ears. And then if you can, keeping that tailbone pushing toward the ceiling. It will make it more intense, so please listen to your body. Give me 2 more sets of breaths. Big inhale. Big exhale. One more time, inhale. And an exhale. All right, take it down. Toes curl, sitting back. Coming back to the center. We're gonna do a quad stretch from tabletop. top of the feet come down. We're going to take the right foot across the left calf. You're going to reach back with that left hand and grab the right foot. So it can be foot, it can be toes. You can also use your strap to bring it up and around if you don't have the flexibility. So this time I'll show you the traditional way, and on the next side, on the other side, I'll show you with the strap. So let's go ahead and grab that foot. Squeeze those blades. Lift, shoulders down. Hold. Push your foot into your hand as you lift up till you feel a quad. Breathe. And take it down. And we're going to switch sides. So you're going to take now the left foot over the right. You're going to reach down with that strap. And I want you just to put the strap across. So this is if you want to know how to do it with a strap. Otherwise, do it the same way. Get it on there. And then you take this tail and it goes over your shoulder. And then everything else is the same. You're doing this one-handed when you have a strap though, so make sure that you're stable. Squeeze those blades, drop the hips. Arch the back, push that foot up. Breathe. Gently bringing it down. Oh, I have a hair in my mouth. I finally found it. Let's go ahead and take the right foot forward. That grosses me out. Drop those hips. Shoulders relax. You can walk this left knee back. So we're back into a low lunge with that knee down. If you need padding under that knee, you can roll up your mat or throw in some extra padding. That's fine. We're going to go into lizard. So both hands come to the inside. You can stay here, dropping the hips, relaxing down, or maybe you can travel down onto a block. Maybe you can make the lizard all the way to the floor without letting that knee open up. If you're going to be on the floor, then I want that knee to stay right against the shoulders. I'll demonstrate with the block today. Shoulders down, tummies tight, hold and breathe. You're not holding any tension through the hips. You're letting those hips drop toward the floor. You're releasing that ball and socket. Just release the tension. Let the foot hold you up. Sink back into that back knee. That knee is just getting heavier, letting it take the weight of your body. Now you can stay right here, or you can come back up to your hands, and we're going to just roll open onto the baby toe. So you're going to let that knee go to the side. Now nothing about you changes except that right knee. It just rolls to the side. I don't want you to roll to the opposite side. I don't want you to lift up through the hips. You're pushing the hips toward the floor, and as you do that, that knee opens up just a little bit. You feel more intensity through that hip joint. Hold here. Breathe through it. Relax those shoulders, release the eyes. One more breath, inhale. Big exhale. All right, the first thing you do is bring that foot back, then you move up, then you switch sides. So you can remove that block. We're just gonna drag that right foot back. Feel free to take it all the way behind you, get a little stretch. And then we're gonna switch. Let's go ahead. Bringing that left foot forward, walking that right knee back, sinking down. So this is a bit tighter for me. So I'm just going to take it step by step, sinking down, shoulders relaxed, tummies tight. Alrighty. Moving into that lizard. I'm going to come up a little higher. Maybe I can get that hip to relax, maybe not. Keeping those fingers released, that will help to relax through your shoulders. Just keep sinking those hips toward the floor. Closing your eyes, focus on your breath. Focus on releasing through that hip joint. There's no tension.
and opened up a little bit, so I'm going to come down a little bit more. It is intense. When it intensifies, that's when your shoulders tend to tighten up. Relax. Release. If closing your eyes messes with your balance, just open your eyes. Find a spot to focus on. Your drishti, your gaze, helping to calm you, finding that balance. Now we're going to let that knee open to the side, rolling onto the toes, pressing the hips toward the floor. Hold. Focus on that breath. Big inhale. Exhale, calming the body. Letting the body sink to the floor. Big inhale, filling up those lungs. Exhale, relaxing through the shoulders. One more big inhale. One more slow exhale. And come and roll onto the foot. Then take it up. Taking that front leg all the way back. Pressing through the heel. Just releasing that stretch. Back into tabletop. We're going to move into something called a sprinter start. So let's begin by bringing that front foot all the way to the front. We're going to take this back foot and we're just going to come up so that you're only a few feet apart from that front foot. So just like when you see the Olympic sprinters and they start in the blocks, this is the exact same position. Those knees are bent, you're sinking deep. We're going to start by keeping those toes pointed forward. You can use a block if you need to, especially if you're tight through the hamstrings. Let's take a nice big inhale. You're going to lift the hips, rounding the back. You're thinking about trying to straighten this front leg, not so much the back leg. Exhale, sink down. Inhale, lift. Let that head drop. Exhale, lower. All right, this time we're going to hold it. Inhale, lift. Exhale, shoulders drop. Focus. One more big inhale. On the exhale, bend the knees, slowly come down. So now we're going to take those toes and we're going to open them toward the corner of your mat. Same thing. Inhale up. This is going to change the stretch. You may not have the same mobility. Exhale, dropping down. Inhale up. Exhale, lower. One more time. Inhale up and hold. Upper body's relaxed. Maybe now you're also feeling it down in that shin, on the outside of that shin. Breathe. Maybe it's super tight. Big inhale. Exhale, bend. Now we're going to take the toes center, and now we're going to turn them in. Same thing, last time. Inhale up. Exhale, lower. So this time you'll really kind of feel it laterally. Inhale up, especially if you're tight. So I'm really tight through the shin, and that's where I really feel it. Exhale down. One more time, take it up and hold. Head drops. Big inhale. Exhale, drop. Go ahead and come on down onto that knee if you can. Take that foot back. Bring that left foot forward. Hands on either side. Curl your back toe and push up. So you may have to adjust this back foot a little bit to get back into that sprinter start. Starting with those toes forward. Block nearby, just in case. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower, belly tight. Inhale, up. Exhale, lower. Inhale and hold. Exhale, drop the head, release through the neck. Just focus on releasing that tension. One more set, big inhale, big exhale. Drop that back knee. Let's take those toes open toward the corner of your mat. Inhale, lift, preparation. Exhale, drop it down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, drop. All right, take it up and hold. Exhale, check your shoulders. Belly tight. One more set of breath. Inhale. Exhale, hold. Inhale, bend the knee. Back to center. And now opening. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, up. Exhale, lower. One more time. Inhale and hold. Heavy in that upper body. Just let the weight drop toward the ground. Shoulders relaxed. Don't put so much weight into those front fingers that they start to hurt. Keep the weight back through those two legs. This is just for balance. You could remove those hands and nothing would change. Big inhale and exhale, straighten that foot. Let's go ahead and take that right knee down. Take the left foot back. Ooh, big toes together, knees wide, sitting back in extended child's. Just release that stretch. Let the head drop. The glutes are moving down toward the feet. Inhale up, moving into tabletop. All right, we're going to come back into downward dog. And this downward dog, we're going to focus on the calves. So we did the traditional heels drop down. We're going to now take it into two different angles to get those calves from different angles, different planes. All right, curl those toes, hips up, downward dog. Drop those heels. All right, so the first thing we're going to do is take the heels out. Press them down to the mat. Inhale, lift up to your toes. Exhale, push. One more time. Push and hold. Pressing your chest in. Try to get the heels to the mat. One more set of breath, shoulders relaxed. Inhale. Exhale. Slowly take it down onto the knees. You can just give your body a second, relaxing the shoulders. Maybe readjust if you need to. Make sure you're pressing only through the palms, not through the fingertips. All right, here we go. Take it back up into downward dog. All right, this time we're going to take those heels and bring them toward each other, toes open, up on the toes. Inhale, exhale, push your heels down. Inhale up, exhale, press. One more time, inhale up, exhale, press and hold. One more set of breath. And take those feet back and then down onto the knees, sitting back in child's, just leveling out the blood. And inhale up, tabletop. All right, let's go ahead and just take it down onto our glutes. Let's go ahead and take those legs out straight. So we're gonna move into staff position, and this is staff. Those legs out straight, those feet flexed, and you're up nice and tall. If you're here in rounding, hands behind, to push your chest out so that when you walk those, or when you bring the chest down, you're using the hands to walk the chest toward the thighs. This is a great opportunity to use your strap, because you can place it at the end, you can hold onto the tether and keep that nice flat back as you bring your chest down. There's also an option, if you have great flexibility, to place the block at the end of your feet so that when you reach down, you have some extra place to go, to hold on to really get that stretch going. Up nice and tall, shoulders down, belly tight. If you can't be tall here, remember your hands are back here or you're using your strap. Take a nice big inhale. On the exhale, just slowly walk those hands down, keeping that chest out, that back nice and flat. You can hold on to those legs and use the arms to help pull your chest down, feeling the stretch in the back of the leg here. Focus and hold. You can let your head drop. You can also place your block on your legs so that you have a nice relaxing position for that neck. These are for people whose neck's fatigue or there's any issues with just letting that head drop. 2 more deep cycles of breath. Pushing that chest out, shoulders down. 1 more set. On your next inhale, just gently lift up. All right, so like we've done this whole time, we're going to change the angle. I want you to take those heels together and open up the feet to the side. Big inhale. You can use your arms if you like. Flat back, exhale, slowly coming down. Let those arms drop, using that block if you need to, or grabbing a hold of those legs and pulling down. Shoulder blades relaxed. Breathe. Keep that belly tight. Hitting the hamstring from a different angle. One more. Slowly coming up. All right, toes in. So you're just gonna open up the heels, bringing those toes together. I like them to overlap slightly. That's going to have to do with your flexibility though, so listen to your body. Big inhale, exhale. Same thing, flat back, pressing the chest out, tummy tight and hold. So because I'm tight through these peroneal muscles here on the side, I tend to really feel it here, but I have a lot of the clients that feel it more in the hamstrings. So it's really just about where you're tight. There's even some that only feel it in their low back. Breathe through it. Relaxing. Big inhale. And exhale. All right, release that. Slowly come on up. We are going to take the soles of our feet together, coming into cobblers or butterfly pose. Interlace underneath, thumbs go across the top, sit up tall, big inhale, exhale, push the knees down, pull your chest closer, nice flat back, hold. Let the head drop if you'd like, focus on the breath. One more time, inhale. Exhale. Release up tall, taking those feet out a little wider, moving into diamond. You should create this diamond shape with your legs. When you're at that shape, you know you're in the right spot. Up nice and tall, I like to hold on to my ankles. Exhale, flat back. Push that chest or pull that chest toward the floor, not letting those sits bones come up. Stay down with those hip bones. Relax the shoulders again. Head can drop, or you can use that block to hold that head up. Focus and breathe. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Relaxing the shoulders, releasing the jaw. Inhale up. Exhale, shoulders drop. You're coming up into a seated position. Okay, we're going to recline back. So you're going to place your feet down, scoot your glutes up, hold onto those shins, lift up tall, coming back until the arms are straight. Letting go if you can, or hands to the back of the legs. Round your back, belly tight, in control. Slowly coming down. Those feet stay glued to the mat. Bring those knees into the chest. Rock side to side. Little massage through that mid-back. And back to the center. Drop that low back side to side on that low back. This should feel good. It's like a little mini massage. All right, we're going to move into those hips. We're going to do a reclining figure four. Can't talk about running without talking about your hips, so we need to get those nice and stretched out. Coming back to the center, let's plant the right foot. The left ankle goes across the right knee. I want you to press that left knee open, flexing that left foot. If you feel this through that left hip, you can stay here. If you would like to go a little deeper, you're going to bring those legs in, grab a hold of that thigh or the shin. But if you're holding onto the shin, you should feel nothing through that knee. If you feel anything through that right knee, you need to go back to holding on to the thigh instead. Big inhale. Exhale, pull those legs closer to your body, lifting your tailbone off the floor. Shoulders stay relaxed, flexing both feet. Breathe. Closing your eyes if you'd like. Big inhale. Exhale, release it down. And now we're just going to switch the legs. Opening up, pressing that right knee open, flexing that right foot, holding here or bringing those legs in, grabbing the thigh or the shin, shoulders down, tummy tight, flexing both feet. Now, if you can easily get those legs to your chest, you can do what's called a cradle hold, which is taking the knee, placing it into the crook of the elbow, and then taking the foot and placing it into the crook of the other elbow, pulling that leg in, and then extending that bottom leg down. But when you do that, you should not come up. You have to be able to stay down. So maybe you just hold here at first, and then you start to work to get that leg straight. I used to be able to do this with the leg straight, but now it makes me pop up. So I'm going to just hold it here, hold and breathe. You have to make sure you're releasing that hip You're not holding any tension in that ball and socket. Try to relax those shoulders down and just breathe. And when you're ready, release, taking both feet down. All right, this might be a place where you would like to use your strap again. And what we're going to do is just a reclining, it's called a big toe hold, reclining big toe hold, but it is just a hamstring stretch. So you're going to place the strap over the right arch of your foot, or you're going to take your first two fingers. You're going to grab your big toe, between your big toe and that next toe. You're going to hold on to the big toe, and you're going to take that leg straight. If that doesn't work for you, it doesn't work for a lot of people, then we're going to go ahead and take our strap and we're going to place it across that right foot. We're going to extend that left leg out. The foot is flexed and you're pressing that knee toward the floor. Nice big inhale. On the exhale, you're going to use those arms to pull that leg towards your head or over your head until you feel that hamstring stretch. As soon as you feel it, hold and breathe. Of course, your shoulders are relaxed. They should be touching the mat. Breathing deeply. Big inhale. On the exhale, you're going to take the belt, the strap, and you're going to take it into the right hand. The left hand's going to come on your left hip. You're going to drop the leg to the side. Again, if you have the big toe hold, you're just, same thing, just leg to the side. And you're going to drop it until you can't drop it anymore. I don't want you to keep dropping it until this left hip comes up. The left hip needs to stay down. Now, once you're at your max, you're going to pull that leg toward your ear, keeping the shoulders relaxed, and hold. You can place a block underneath that foot if that is more comfortable for you, or if it doesn't reach low enough to be under your foot, it can be underneath your leg. Just allow that leg to open. There's no tension through that inner thigh. This is what we're stretching. If you need a little bit more leverage to not roll to the right, you can extend that left and look to the left. And let's take it back to the center. We're going to bring that foot in, plant it, and now we're going to take the left in the strap or big toe hold, right? You can be here as well. Shoulders relaxed, tummy tight. I'm going to continue to use the strap because when I tend to do the big toe hold, even though I can reach, I tend to really kind of tense up through my shoulders. And I don't really know why. And then it starts to pull on my toe. It starts to become uncomfortable. So even though I can reach and hold, I don't like to hold it for very long. So I like to use the strap in this one. Shoulders down, tummy tight. All right, we're going to extend that right, pressing the back of the knee toward the floor, pulling that leg in, shoulders down, and hold. And remember, we want the shoulders back. So if you need to, you just walk down the strap, but you're still pulling and feeling that stretch. And that's another point too, not one-handed. Please do both hands. It'll give you the same pull on each side instead of kind of tilting that leg to one side. Breathe. Relax that jaw, one more set of breath. And then you're going to take the strap or belt into the left or big toe hold. You're going to place that right hand on that right hip. We're going to take it to the side. Let's see if I gave myself enough room. Oh, just barely. Shoulders down. Remember, you can take out that right hand. Shoulders relax. Now, if you are against a wall, you can place that foot against the wall and let the wall help to hold you up. Just make sure you're still feeling the stretch and you're not letting this right hip come off the floor. Shoulders down. Remember, you're also pulling that leg up towards your ear. It's not just to the side. And head center. Bring it back to the center. And then release, planting that foot. All right, we have one more stretch before our corpse pose. This is actually one of my favorite stretches. I have a lot of favorite stretches, but for my hip, it just hits it in a different way that other stretches just don't seem to be able to get it. So moving back into the hip, we're going to do reclining cow face pose. So what I'd like you to do is bring your feet off, tummy's nice and tight, get that low back down. We're going to cross the knees. So in a cow face pose, you're crossed at the knees, right? As tight, as close as you can get those legs. Now you're going to reach down with your right hand and grab your left ankle or your left foot, and then same thing on the other side. Now what you're going to do is pull those heels towards your body and then kind of down. So they get pulled in and then slowly back down until you feel the hip stretch. And I want you to hold here, relaxing the shoulders, tummy's tight, closing those eyes. Big breaths, deeper than before. If that pull starts to release, you pull those legs closer to the chest and then start to pull more on those feet. And release it. Now we're going to switch the foot that's on the top, going to that other side. You're going to feel this top leg, that hip, you're going to feel that the most. It's almost feeling like you're pushing that ball and socket outward. Obviously, please don't do that, but that's that stretch. That's that when you feel, okay, go ahead and grab those feet. Pull them in, maybe heels a little closer to the body, shoulders relax and hold. This is our last one. Slow that breath. One more set of breath. Don't fight the stretch. And release. All right, moving right into corpse. Take those legs out. Use those heels to stretch that spine straight. Relax those shoulders back and down. Hands next to the body with the palms either facing the body or up at the ceiling. Allowing those fingers to curl in. If you have a bolster, you can use that. Maybe something over your eyes. A sweater, socks, anything it takes to get you comfortable. I want you to find your comfort spot. I want you to relax down into the mat. Release the tension through the eyes. You're going to continue that deep breathing, extending that inhale. Try and get that exhale even longer than that inhale, counting it out if you need to. Relax the mind. I want you to stay in this Shavasana as long as you can. Stay nice and relaxed. All right, let me help you, lead you into this Shavasana or meditation. Take a nice big inhale. Exhale, relax the tension through the forehead. Release the tension around the temples. Big inhale. As you exhale, you're relaxing the muscles around the eyes, releasing any tension from the mouth, releasing the jaw, the tongue falls back. As you inhale, you're filling up that belly. As you exhale, you're walking that relaxation down the neck into the shoulders, down the arms into the elbows, into the wrists, and finally out the fingers. Deep inhale. On this exhale, you're relaxing the chest. Release the spine, just feel it fall back. Release any tension through the glutes and the hips.
Relax those thighs, the knees, they just float. On your next exhale, you're thinking about relaxing through the calves, the shins, relax the ankles, relax the feet. As you exhale, you're feeling your body sink deeper, deeper into that cloud, relaxing, releasing any tension. From all that is good in me to all that is good in you. Namaste.